Welcome back. Welcome to Cat Nap Time. So, some news of the day today involving teams I cheer for and not as well. Kucherov, starting things off. So, Kucherov's had surgery for a lower body injury. He's out 8 to 10 weeks. So, Tampa Bay, who have been off to a mediocre start, will be without Kucherov for 8 to 10 weeks, which means that he'll be returning. You're getting into early, let's see, November, December, denominator. It's going to be a little bit before the Olympics, right? So then the question becomes, does the Tampa Bay Lightning ask him not to go to the Olympics if they feel like there's a risk of re-injury? And that's something we may see teams doing once we get closer to said Olympics. Remember, he's already been named to the team, right? He was one of the first 3 Russians named, I do believe. So, also in the news world today, NESN. So, Jack Edwards, who may be one of the most polarizing figures when it comes to announcers in the NHL, he's complaining about something that he's not alone in. So, AT&T Pittsburgh is also named in the article. It's on The Athletic. Regarding the announced team not being brought on the road. So, we saw this a lot last year, right, where the arenas were empty, and so the announcers for road games were basically sat down in front of monitors, and they'd have to call the game the same as if they're there. And what Jack Edwards is saying is it's not the same. So when Boston's on the road right now, he's not actually with the team. And he's frustrated by that. Now, NESN, to their credit, have said 2 things. One, the plan is to start traveling, have the announced team traveling with the team for road games again in 2022. And also, this is a cost thing, right? So teams and broadcasters and all this, they were looking for a cheaper way to produce the product. And so it's a lot less money to have them sat in front of monitors rather than paying for them to go out on the road and paying for all the things you need to pay for along the way. So it is a situation that, and I just saw AT&T Pittsburgh is doing the same thing. And Jack said that you can tell when the announcers aren't on the road and they're trying to call a game on the monitor. And he said, a guy will come in out of off frame to slap the puck at the net, and he has no idea who it is. And he said this is a problem. So, again, it's a cost thing. It doesn't really surprise me that much that teams and broadcasters did this. I'm a little bit surprised they're still doing it now. It's not all broadcasters that are doing it, but you can tell. You can tell. And at least last year, I will say, Rick Jenneret as well as Rob Ray were really funny on the Buffalo broadcasts when it was a road game and they weren't there. And they would make it very clear they weren't there. And it honestly was a lot of fun to listen to because, yeah, when announcers admit, when they say, hey, I'm watching this the same as you are, I'm doing my best to announce this, we'll see what happens. And there's a lot of, is the goalie pulled? We can't see. We don't have a camera angle of that. I have no idea if the goalie's pulled or not. So there was a lot of that last season, and we'll see how long it takes into this season before broadcasters say, yeah, no, we can afford to spend all that money again. The Newfoundland Growlers have suspended operations in St. John's due to reports and allegations of disrespectful workplace conduct. That's really just out there, and that could be a lot of things. But it's bad enough that the mayor of St. John's has said, no, they're done for now. And so the Newfoundland Growlers are looking to play in Toronto, and they're the Toronto ECHL team. So for the Maple Leafs, they may be fine with them playing in Toronto for a short while. But they don't want them to be playing in St. John's until this is figured out, ironed out, and resolved. So, yeah, the Growlers basically not happening in St. John's for now. And, yeah, we'll see how this plays out. Because it may not be as easy as just being able to find that building in Toronto and make that work, right? And then, you've now got 3 different teams in the city of Toronto, and you would think that would hurt the attendance for 1, maybe 2, maybe for all 3. PK Subban was fined today, which pleased no one. He was fined $5,000 for a trip. They said it was a dangerous trip. People were correcting player safety in the comments underneath said tweet, calling it a slew foot. Now, the one that took place in the preseason on Ryan Reeves, I thought that was accidental. The one last night on Lucic, my jaw dropped when I saw that. I was like, that's... So I'm surprised they didn't suspend him, because that one to me looked really dangerous. Lucic stayed in the game, but it was a dangerous move. So they even called it a dangerous trip. I don't understand either why he wasn't at least suspended for a game. And yeah, so one you can look at and go, well, that may have been accidental, but when it's two and it's over a period of about a month, maybe getting a little less accidental. So yeah, PK Subban fined $5,000, and nobody's gonna. And I know that's the maximum allowed under the CBA, but nobody's happy with these fines being as they are. And for Subban, we'll see if it happens again. I'm thinking maybe, right. Travis Hamonic has joined Abbotsford. He is going to be playing, you would think, for the Abbotsford Canucks probably this weekend, and working his way towards rejoining the Vancouver team. What's interesting to me is that in his absence, Kyle Burroughs, I think, has played his way onto the roster full-time for the Canucks, which tells me that maybe Jack Rathbone's going to be the one that ends up being the odd man out, and maybe he goes down and Rathbone is the one as well that doesn't require the waivers. So Hamonic is back with the team, and that's the end of that for now. We'll see what else gets reported on this once he gets called up to the Vancouver Canucks, or how this all works out. But for now, he's joined the Abbotsford Canucks. Dallas is getting healthier a little bit. Robertson and Como are both supposed to return to action tonight. So, you know, as a Dallas fan, hopefully the injuries stop. But it's Dallas, so of course they won't. So I have no idea who's going to go out in order to make up for two of them being healthy, but we'll see. And yeah, so there you go. Quick little news of the day video for all you fine people on the internet for your Wednesday. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.